Hi everybody, Retrosetjoe here. Today we're going to be installing Voultar's SNES RGB bypass kit. What this does is takes the RGB signal from the Super Nintendo and properly attenuates it and gets rid of some ghosting. There is also a very, very small resistor in there that I'll be installing. So, some things you're going to need. Strongly suggest a pair of tweezers. This will help getting that very tiny resistor into place, being able to keep a hold of it. Set of wire strippers. These are great. I got these at Walmart for like $10. You just pop the wires in and split them all at once. Other things you may want to consider: a solder sucker. Put this up against any wet solder and boop, sucks it up. Obviously a soldering iron and some solder. Boop. Other tools you need one of these guys. It's a game bit thing. It's to take off the screws in the bottom of the SNES. Not too bad. They're really relatively expensive. I will try to put links to all the tools I use in the video description. Let's hop over to the other scene here. See if my phone's still working. Oh, yay, good. So, I'm gonna move this over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. So this is a SNES 1 chip. Output's pretty good video, but it could be cleaned up. We'll start by removing the 6 screws in the bottom. One there. Again, these are using that game bit driver. You can get these on Amazon, you can get these on eBay. Don't lose your screws. And all 6 are accounted for. As you can take the top lid off. Sometimes they like to stick to the front controller panel, and set that aside. Next, you want to take this guy off. You can just take it this way, lift it up, and give her a little pull, and boom, the whole thing pops right out. Real easy. Now for the board. So there's 7 screws you have to remove here. Well, not including this. So a standard Phillips head screwdriver. You can pull this power switch off. Real easy. If you want to not lose your screws, or not lose where they are, quick suggestion. As you pull this switch out, take these screws and just stick them in there a couple threads so you know where they belong. It might seem like a kind of ridiculous extra step, but you'll know where they are and you'll know where they belong when it's time to put it back together. So this screw here on the side, the screw back here, there's one on either side of the game reader. Those ones are silver, so keep that in mind. They're different than the others. There's one back here. And there is one more back down in here. Oh, I lied. There's another one. This one doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. And then this little guy here. Just give her a little tug. Like that, and your board is free. Free for you to do your dirtiest too. Lovely. All right. You can pop this little shield off, kind of keep it out of the way. All right, so you set that to the side. You flip this nasty guy over. I'll bring you in nice and close so you can see what's going on here. That's much better. Now you can see what's going on here. All right, so take a look here. We have to remove these 3. So these here are your red, green, and blue. We want to take these off because we're going to pull the signal from there to our Voultar chip. So, great way to do this. Take a little solder, put it on your tip like that, and you get right in there and add some heat to this thing, and they should pop right off. Just like that. See? That's the component Very tiny. Grab a little more solder here. Just a dab. Pull this guy off. Again, that's all it takes. Just a little bit of solder on either side of that thing. Make sure you're not breathing in your solder. Not really great for your health. There we go. So those three are removed. Not a hard thing to do. Now we've got our RGB cleared off. There's two other quick steps here. I'm going to take a set of clippers. Some edge clippers like this. Put these little extra leads off. I don't know why they don't do that from the factory. It was the 90s and no one gave a damn. Just sloppy. It's just sloppy looking. You really only have to do these two on the on that side, but whatever. Whatever. All right, so that's that. Now our board will fit nice on there. This is the board. Real nice little design. It fits real nice. Right on those pins, just like that. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. So it's strongly suggested to take some electrical tape and just put a little dab of electrical tape on the bottom of this board. Keep it from shorting out the other components on the board. All right. Comes highly recommended from the man himself, Mr. Voultar. Now, take this guy and drop it right down on there like so. It should sit nice and flat. That's really all there is to that part of it. Right, next step, solder this bad boy into place. Get yourself some of this. It's the No Clean Flux. It'll make all your soldering look beautiful. Feed it some solder. If the holes aren't quite taking solder, don't be afraid. You can always use more. No Clean. First one could use a little touch. There we go. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so next, we got to move this way. And we're looking here at R6, R7, and R8. These are where you're going to get your RGB signals from. So you're going to take your wires. His kit comes with a nice pre-cut 4 conductor wire. Pull one of them off. You only need 3 for this part, like that. Let me take these. Pop them right in your little strippers like that. Boop. Look at that. Stripped. Beautiful. Beautiful. And now we'll take some flux paste. There you go. And we'll take this and we'll jam it in there. Jam it in there nice. Just like that. Get these all fluxy. So, now that you've done that, I'll show you what you can do. You can grab your soldering iron. Put a little solder on it. You can grab your wires like so. You can just pre-tin them nice. Don't keep the wires from fraying as you stick it in the hole. And they're nice and shiny and ready to be soldered. Gorgeous, beautiful thing. All right, so next step, we're gonna grab these wires. We gotta put them, where'd it go? R6, R7, and R8. So you're gonna separate these out a little bit. Just do that by grabbing the wires. If you have nails, makes it really easy. Just kind of pull them apart just a little bit like that. It should just slide right on in. Like that. Look at that. They jam right in there. I'm going to take them, bend them out this way. Look at that. That's a nice clean fit right there. Now what you do is take some of your No Clean, drip it on there, grab your soldering iron, get a little bit of extra solder, pin these bad boys down. There we go. Beautiful. Do a little tug, make sure they're in there. Good. You don't want too much wire when you clip them. The goal is to put as little wire in there as possible. There we go. Those are in. Now it's time to connect them to the chip you installed. So these wires will line up nicely with this. And how you do this, separate each wire one at a time. And you hold these ones. So you're gonna move this over. Hold these ones like this. And start pulling this one. You pull it. And you pull it. And you pull it. The goal is to get it so where you're basically going at a right angle up to the color you want. So we can do it like that, right there. This will give you a nice, clean looking install. I'm gonna clip it right basically at the end of that pad. You got, you can take it. It doesn't want to give me anything. There we go, beautiful. So, pre-tin your pad actually would probably be the best way to do this. So we're gonna go ahead, pre-tin the pad. That way it's more of a just kind of drag and drop the wire scenario. Just go ahead and pre-tin your wire there. See what happens. All right, so it's right in there. Just take the heat, just like that. Nice. Not going anywhere. Right, so we can grab this next one, do the same thing. Get away from the other wire until it's right where you need it. And go ahead and give it the clip. Burn your wire strippers. There we go. And now that that's already pre-tinned, you can slap a little flux on there just to make it all melt together nice. And put it right where you want it. Boom, easy as that. Place. This last one is the R. Again, get it right about where you want it. And snippy snip. There it is. All right, so we got that. And she's ready to be laid down next to the little friends. Again, just grab your soldering iron. There. Still not happy with how that looks. There. I'm much happier with that. All right, so there you go. R, G, and B. All right, so the last part of this mod, we're gonna be replacing, where is it? C11, this little guy right here, with a different resistor that will solve the ghosting problem of the SNES 1 chips. Now this thing is tiny. It comes in this little ass package. I'm not entirely sure how to get it out without exploding it. So before we go any further with this, let's remove the old one. Which is, again, this guy right here. Again, for these, you just grab some solder. And wiggle it on either side. And boom, that's it. Well, I had it. It's off. That's it. All there is to that. So replacing this is going to be much fun. And this is why I said you're going to want a pair of tweezers. What I'm going to do is grab this, my solder sucker, heat up this pad, and just pull that solder off. Now, again, this thing is just the tiniest thing. A finer pair of tweezers may be the ideal situation here. But this is what I got. This is what we're using. I think I got it actually. Need some of this. We're gonna clean up here. We got one side. Okay. And she's in there. Again. Not for the faint of heart. Alright. That part I was the most concerned about. But we did it. 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 It should work. Perfect. There it is. It's a beautiful looking mod. Everything is in its place. As it should be. Now we can put this thing back together. Get the base. And slide this back on. Nice little shield there. Get the base. Get this camera up so y'all can see better what I'm doing. I'm gonna flip this around the right way, put this back in. There we go. Set her down nice and easy, just like so. Look at that. Now, screws. Silver screws go in here and there. That comes from the bottom, so we need that one there. It's tight to get into. Good practice before you start screwing things in. Get your screwdriver on it, twist the wrong way till you hear it kind of click into place. That way you know you're not cross-threaded. Because cross-threading screws is a great way to ruin these old consoles. There's one there, there's one here, one back here. So, is that all of them? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can count to 7. Look, Ma. So again, this mod only works on 1 chip and mini consoles. These 2 screws, remember we stuck them there for the switch? So we knew which ones were the right ones. Look at that. Route your switch the right way. Pop that back on there. Alright. And that is it for the screws inside the console. Now, put this thing back in. It's got this part, metal rod, and a spring. You want to insert the rod, like so. Pop the spring into this hole, which is the normal place, like that. So, get the rod, through this hole, through the spring hole, and the plastic hole, like so. Put your spring in the slot there. Drop that bad boy down there. Look at that. Time to finish up. Make sure your switch is in the down position or up position, and your power that's on top is also in that same position. Flip her over. there it is. She is back together. All right, let's plug it in, see what happens. All right, first off, we are capturing this via SCART through an OSSC. On the left-hand side is after the mod has been completed, and on the right-hand side is pre-mod. As you can see, the colors are a bit darker and richer looking after the mod was done, less washed out and too bright on the original. Everything looks sharper, there's a lot less noise. I think the overall look is just much better. Now we're going to go ahead and zoom in on the health bar here. The top of the image is the original, and there is a reverse low-pass filter on there, which kind of gets rid of the ghosting. The bottom, that filter is set to 0. If I were to set it to maybe 2, it'd be absolutely perfect, but it looks fantastic. Here we have Super Mario World, the intro screen. Again, on the left-hand side is post-mod, on the right-hand side is pre-mod. And the colors on the left just look more like what I remember them looking like when I was a kid. Everything looks really great. All right, and there you have it. That is Voultar's Super Nintendo RGB bypass mod with the ghost fixing resistor. I think it looks fantastic. You can really tell on the right side of darker pixels to lighter pixels that weird smearing is no longer there. So well done, Voultar, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget you can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Retrosetjoe every Monday through Thursday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next time, happy modding!